Today I want to talk to you about something everyone thinks they understand, but very few people truly master: productivity. Because let's be honest, we live in the most productive era in human history. We have apps to organize tasks, smart calendars, artificial intelligence, courses, podcasts, books, and yet we still feel like we're not doing enough. We end the day tired, busy, but with the feeling that the things that truly matter are still unfinished. And here's the first key point: being busy is not the same as being productive. Productivity is not about doing more things. It's about doing the right things. Most people confuse movement with progress. Answering emails, checking messages, attending meetings, adjusting small details, all of that creates the illusion of advancement. But often, it's just reactive activity. True productivity is proactive. It's deciding what matters before the world decides for you. And to understand that, we first need to redefine what productivity really means. Being productive isn't about filling your schedule. It's about moving toward your goals. It's not about working 12 hours. It's about achieving meaningful results in less time. It's not about doing everything yourself. It's about focusing on what creates the greatest impact. There's a powerful principle called the Pareto principle, or the 80-20 rule. It states that 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts. That means not all tasks are equal. Some tasks grow your business. Some tasks advance your career. Some tasks transform your life. And others simply take up space. The problem is that small tasks often feel urgent, and important tasks rarely do. Replying to a message feels urgent. Building a skill is important. Handling a notification feels urgent. Planning your future is important. Urgent things scream. Important things whisper. And if you don't learn to tell the difference, you'll spend your life putting out fires instead of building something meaningful. So how do we start becoming truly productive? First, clarity. You cannot be productive if you don't know where you're going. Many people start their day asking, what do I have to do today? But the better question is, what moves me closer to where I want to be? If you don't have clear goals, any task feels valid. If you don't have direction, any path feels right. Before techniques and tools, you need priorities. What do you want to achieve this year? What do you want to achieve this month? What needs to move forward this week? When you have clarity, productivity becomes a matter of focus, not effort. And that leads to the second pillar: deep focus. We live in a world designed to distract us. Notifications, social media, emails, messages, endless content. Every time you switch tasks, your brain pays a price. It's called context switching cost. It's not visible. It's not dramatic. But it's real. Every interruption fragments your concentration. Real productivity requires uninterrupted blocks of time. You need periods where your only mission is one single task. No multitasking. No notifications. No checking your phone every 5 minutes. Multitasking is one of the biggest myths of productivity. You're not doing two things at once. You're switching rapidly between them. And every switch reduces performance. Highly productive people protect their attention like gold. Because it is. Your attention is the most valuable resource you have. Not time. Not money. Not even energy. Your attention. Where your attention goes, your life grows. If you give it to distractions, you'll get fragmented results. If you invest it strategically, you'll see real progress. Now let's talk about energy. Because productivity doesn't depend only on how much time you have, but on how much energy you possess. You can have 8 free hours. But if you're mentally exhausted, you won't produce anything meaningful. Your energy has rhythms. There are moments in the day when you're more creative, others when you're more analytical, and others when you simply want to disconnect. Learning to identify your peak performance hours changes everything. Don't schedule important tasks when your energy is low. Don't waste your best hours on minor tasks. Organize your day according to your energy, not just your calendar. Another key factor is eliminating friction. Often, we don't procrastinate because we're lazy. We procrastinate because starting feels uncomfortable. If you want to read more, leave the book visible. If you want to work out, prepare your clothes the night before. If you want to work on a project, leave the document open and ready. Reduce friction. Make starting easier. Make action automatic. Discipline isn't always about willpower. Sometimes it's about smart design. Design your environment so that working becomes the easiest option. Now let's talk about something uncomfortable: perfectionism. Many people don't move forward because they want everything to be perfect. But perfection is the enemy of progress. The first draft doesn't need to be perfect. It needs to exist. The first video doesn't need to be flawless. It needs to be published. The first project doesn't need to be perfect. It needs to launch. Productivity is built on iteration. Do. Evaluate. Improve. Repeat. If you wait for the perfect moment, you'll never start. And if you never start, you'll never improve. Another essential skill is learning to say no. Every time you say yes to something irrelevant, you're saying no to something important. You can't do everything. And you shouldn't try to. Your time is limited. Your energy is limited. Saying no isn't selfish. It's strategic. Productive people understand that their calendar reflects their priorities. If your schedule is full of things that don't matter, your results will reflect that. Now let's talk about planning. Some people think planning is a waste of time. But planning is investing time to save time. 5 minutes organizing your day can save hours of confusion. Plan your day the night before. Define 3 key tasks. Just 3. If you complete those 3, the day was successful. Everything else is a bonus. This prevents your to-do list from becoming endless and overwhelming. Because an infinite list doesn't motivate. It paralyzes. A clear and limited list drives action. Now I want to address something deeper: identity. Highly productive people don't just use techniques. They adopt an identity. They don't say, "I'm trying to be more productive." They say, "I'm a disciplined person." Your identity guides your actions. If you see yourself as disorganized, you'll act that way. If you see yourself as focused, your behavior will change. Improving productivity isn't just about changing habits. It's about changing the story you tell yourself. And finally, let's talk about rest. Yes, rest is part of productivity. Working non-stop doesn't make you more efficient. It makes you slower over time. Your brain needs breaks. Your body needs recovery. Sleep well. Disconnect. Take intentional pauses. That's not wasting time. That's recharging performance. Sustainable productivity is not a sprint. It's a marathon. It's not about doing everything today. It's about making consistent progress every day. If I had to summarize everything in one sentence, it would be this. Productivity is not about doing more. It's about doing better. It's choosing consciously where you invest your attention. It's protecting your energy. It's advancing what truly matters. You don't need more apps. You don't need more motivation. You don't need to work longer hours. You need clarity. You need focus. You need intention. At the end of the day, productivity isn't measured by how many tasks you checked off. It's measured by how much you move toward the life you want to build. That's the real goal. Not doing more, but building better. Start small. Choose one priority. Protect 1 hour. Eliminate one distraction. Say one necessary no. And repeat tomorrow. Over time, that changes everything. Productivity isn't a talent. It's a daily decision. And today, you can make it.